something. Tedious.
A blade knows no mercy. The fight is set.
Commencing support. Ready for another? Together as one.
No, stand down. Blade of moonlight.
I will dispatch you. Fail to send you.
All things in this world, human creations.
Tedious.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
That paradise, savor it for me.
Stand. Tedious. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Fail to send you.
I see through you.
A blade knows no mercy. Your end approaches.
Enemy targets to enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
That paradise may be unreachable. Savor it for me.
Ready for another? It came together. Converge and awaken.
Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Fail to send you.
Danger. Danger.
Huh?
You impede me. Your end approaches.
We have the upper hand. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. All things in this world, human creations.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight.
Failed to send you.
Blade fodder. Stand down.
A blade knows no mercy.
We have the upper hand.
That paradise may savor it for me.
Tedious.
I will dispatch you.
Stand down.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Yin and yang.
Fail to send you.
Nowhere to run.
It came together.
A blade knows no mercy.
Commencing support. I see through you.
Blade of moonlight.
The finest hand-picked, well-tied spring meets the chewiest brown sugar bobo on the block, bursting with L-carnitine, flavor, and health. Immortal's Delight, the drink of diviners.
Newsflash. The IPC will soon be dispatching representatives to multiple worlds. The effort is a draft of new measures to encourage trade and strengthen friendship throughout the cosmos. The Genius Society's the genius to multiple worlds to encourage trade and strengthen friendship throughout the cosmos. The Genius Society's newest masterpiece, Phase. For further details, don't forget to tune in to our program's follow-up reporting. Renowned songstress Robin has received an invitation to perform at Penacony's Charmony Festival.
Hello? Hello?
Recent days, the Xianzhou Luofu has reported an uptick in supernatural activity. With evil spirits wreaking havoc across multiple locations, the Ten Lords Commission has assured citizens that it is thoroughly investigating all incidents. This program will be bringing you the latest as the story unfolds. For more details, stay tuned for the upcoming Haunted Xianzhou special program.
Beautiful creature, bless you for choosing to dally here. Allow me to ask you, as a fellow entity of the universe, are you acquainted with the goddess Sidrilla?
Another anomaly in this shining universe. Since you do not understand the beauty, I will have to show you in a way that only a knight can. The beauty is eternal.
Hey! We made it! What's up, guys? Most haunted place in the Luofu. Follow and share. Or else I'm gonna... I think I just found the
Yo, what's up? You're finally here.
Captain Huohua, should we start the ghost hunt now? Captain? You can just call me Huohua. The fate of humans means nothing to me. We play by our own set of rules.
Darkness falls across the delve as ghost fires dance. The clock strikes 12. Well, Whether or not your world has a midnight hour, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Interastral Peace Media's Haunted Cienjo special program. I'm your ghostly host with the most, Albert. For today's episode, we've invited two special guests. Together, we'll be introducing you to the Cienjo's weirdest and most wonderful.
Hi, everyone! I'm the Galactic Baseballer!
Speaking of weird and wonderful.
Hey guys, Grey Knife in here. It's an honor to be a guest on the 1.5 special program. I mean, Owlbert's Haunted Cienjo special program.
Huh? Owlbert, did you unlock a new skin?
That's one way of putting it. Naturally, an anchor of my standing needs to have the best wardrobe department in town. Now, as our audience will be well aware, the Cienjo is constantly roaming the universe, and the universe is filled with the unknown. It should come as no surprise then that the Luofu has had its fair share of strange encounters. And speaking of strange, the trailer we just witnessed gave us a sneak peek into a place of mystery, evil, and ghost fire. Fixtral Garden.
I thought Fixtral Garden was just some old abandoned place on the Luofu. Why is it suddenly getting so much attention?
Allow me to explain. A while back, the Artisanship Commission's creation furnace was shattered, and the Heliobi trapped inside were able to escape. Know where they went to hide? Yup. Fixtral Garden.
I see. Wait, what's a Heliobi?
People say that the Heliobi are the result of accumulated grievances. They can possess people, deceive the senses, affect the soul, and usurp the flesh. Those possessed exhibit bizarre behavior and restless thoughts. It's a truly frightening spectacle.
But the creation furnace wasn't exactly fragile. How could it just break?
Rumor has it, the Artisanship Commission's surveillance recorded a gray-haired figure in dark clothing.
Huh. Gray hair, dark clothing. Did they have a baseball bat?
Hey, don't pin this on me! The destruction of the creation furnace was a direct result of the Stellaron disaster. Right, Albert? Just tell us more about Fixtral Garden.
Fixtral Garden has always been overflowing with yin energy, and the garden itself is littered with suppression towers, stone monoliths, and ancient trees. It's creepy enough in the day, but when the sun goes down, things get a whole lot creepier. The garden is layered and deceptive, and it's easy to lose your bearings. Since the Heliobi moved in, it's probably the most dangerous place on the Luofu. Heliobi are experts when it comes to possession, and even the most experienced Wraith Wardens and Arumaton Spectral Envoys can become their victims. When you can't tell your friend from your enemy, things tend to go south fast. If all that wasn't enough, they say that Mara-stricken members of the Ten Lords Commission also wander the garden. A word of advice? Keep your wits about you.
Sounds like great streaming material to me. I bet I could become the Cienjo's #1 streamer in no time.
Funny you should mention. To most people, Fixtral Garden was always a strange and desolate place that rarely got much attention. But now that stories are beginning to circulate, the situation has changed. Recently, the Cienjo's online forums have been filling up with posts describing supernatural phenomena in Fixtral Garden. Everything from self-playing violins to the wailing cries of vengeful ghosts. Unsurprisingly, Cienjo fans of the supernatural are loving every second.
In my experience, forums aren't exactly the most reliable news sources.
Ugh, who cares if some of it's false? This is a hype train I can't afford to miss.
Trailblazer, what do you think? Want to start a ghost hunting squad with me?
Fire breathing, quiet band performances, headstands, balancing acts, spear deflection, sword juggling, and boulder smashing weren't enough, huh? Now you're an expert in ghost hunting?
Who said I was an expert? I just have a lot of transferable skills, that's all.
Well, you better hope so. Speaking of which, in the brand new version 1.5 Trailblaze Continuance, a Foxian Tale of the Hunted, the Ghost Hunting Squad will be responsible for chasing down Heliobi, purging evil, resolving crises, and protecting the Xianzhou. A Foxian Tale of the Hunted is divided into 5 chapters and starts off with the Ghost Hunting Squad facing an unusual danger and Sojourner's ghastly reverie. Once this chapter is complete, the story continues to unfold with twins, Percipient, Sword Essence, and Foxian Dream.
5 chapters, huh? We'll be topping Xianzhou internet searches in no time!
See? I knew we were on the same wavelength.
In addition to Trailblaze Continuance, and together with Miss Gwenifin, Trailblazers will also be facing Fixtral Garden dangers in both Lawfu Urban Legends and Ghost Hunting Squad missions.
Cool!
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, during the Ghost Hunting Squad's fixtural exploration, Trailblazers can jointly manage Gwenifin socials. Posting threads is a great way to create discussion among Xianzhou netizens and fans of the supernatural.
Oh, I can't wait! We're gonna get the whole Xianzhou talking. Seriously, this is once-in-a-lifetime material! We gotta plug it for everything it's got. I'm talking daily updates, community engagement, all that good stuff. Once you get enough momentum, the fan base grows itself.
Social media stardom is finally on the horizon.
Oh, you know, Miss Gwenifin, there's always room for creative talents at the IPM, and I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I've introduced a lot of big names in the company. The Albert stamp of approval goes a long way.
Aw, thanks, Albert. I'm afraid I'm too invested in the Xianzhou for now, though. Good to know there's an offer on the table.
Well, it's cool, I get it. But here's my card if you ever want a collab. Just give me a shout.
Deal. Now, where were we? Oh, socials. Increasing your account's popularity level allows you to unlock more stories and events. Your ghost hunting skills will only improve as you unlock more suppression towers and take on new challenges.
Not to mention, by completing limited time missions, Trailblazers can obtain the event light cone, "Hey, over here." What do you think, Guilings? Let's give it up for Gwenifin's generosity! Woo! Still, I hope the ghost hunting squad is up to the job. Sounds like we'll have a lot on our plate.
Don't worry. You might just be getting a helping hand from one of the Xianzhou's most formidable forces, the 10 Lords Commission. They're the judges of the Mara Struck, the arbiters of life and death. When it comes to warding off evil and expelling the supernatural, nobody does it like the 10 Lords. But despite their reputation, they're shrouded in a certain amount of mystery.
Whoa! The 10 lords are getting involved? Just when I thought our stream couldn't get any crazier!
Well, before you get too excited, I'd spend some time getting to know your assignee. The 10 Lords have dispatched a trainee judge to assist the ghost hunting squad in investigating the Fixtral Garden situation.
Trainee, huh? As long as they're confident in their abilities.
Yeah, about that. Huohua is a wind-type character following the path of abundance and a trainee judge of the 10 Lords Commission.
Wait, is her tail on fire? Those are the spookiest looking flames I've ever seen!
Yeah! Does being on fire help with ghost hunting?
What are you two whispering about?
Nothing! Just beginning to doubt her credentials?
How did this little girl become a judge in the first place?
Good question. Huohua is essentially a magnet for evil. something that comes in super handy for the Ten Lords Commission. They couldn't believe their luck.
Sounds qualified.
Of course! Talent comes in all shapes and sizes. The key is to bring the best out of everyone. Still, to her, Huohua's unique skill set isn't exactly a blessing. People say she has the worst luck on the CN show. Always running into ghosts, tripping over thin air, you know the deal.
Well, if I spent my life running into ghosts, I'd probably fall over a lot too.
I remember one of my Guilings had the same problem. Lucky for her, one of my sponsors sells this amazing remedy that can...
And we're getting sidetracked. Anyway, I only told you half the story. Bad luck, evil attraction, call it what you like. It all started from a single unfortunate event.
Oh?
When Huohua was a little younger, her tail was possessed by a monstrous long-life species. Any guesses? Yep, it was a heliobus. That very same day, the Ten Lords Commission decided to seal the monster in its hiding place and took Huohua under their wing.
Ah, I get it. So Huohua is kind of like a Ten Lords guinea pig. I think Herta had a similar fate planned for me.
That may have been part of it. However, the Ten Lords realized that Huohua had the ability to pacify the monster. Naturally, anyone able to wield the power of a heliobus was seen as a potential weapon of war.
But she's just a baby! How could a scared little Foxian girl ever take on the responsibilities of the Ten Lords?
Oh, Huohua's well aware she's a scaredy cat. That's why she watches so many horror mercia, to train her courage. I guess you could call that fighting fear with fear. I'm here all week, y'all.
If that actually worked, I'd have joined the Stellaron Hunters already.
Practicality aside, Huohua's willingness to confront her shortcomings is a true sign of professionalism. Not to mention, having spent more than a few years in the company of a heliobus, she's had to develop her own tricks for banishing evil. Huohua's basic attack, Banner Stormcaller, can deal wind damage to a single target.
Kind of looks like her tail is the one making the decisions.
When using her skill, Talisman Protection, Huohua bravely brandishes her banner, restoring HP to a single ally and adjacent teammates.
Are you sure she's not trying to surrender?
Huohua's ultimate, Tail Spiritual Domination, can regenerate allies' energy and increase their attack.
Whoa! So that's what a heliobus looks like.
No wonder it took the Ten Lords Commission to seal it away.
When under the influence of her tail, Huohua has a few special talents. After using her skill, she receives Sacrifice Life. Sacrifice Life can grant allies a set amount of HP restoration at the beginning of their respective turns or when they use their ultimate.
Nice! Not bad for a trainee, huh? This ghost hunting squad's gonna kick butt!
That's not all. Huohua's technique, Fiend Impeachment of Evil, sends her enemies into a horror-struck state and scatters them in all directions. When attacking a horror-struck enemy, there's a chance of reducing their attack.
Oh, scaring away your enemies. Nice moves, Huohua. Still not getting judge vibes, though.
Hey, easy on the trainee. Of course, when you're dealing with Heliobi, the more judges, the better. That's why the Ten Lords appointed a seasoned veteran to bring up the rear. I'm talking about none other than Hanya! Hanya is a netherworld judge of the Ten Lords Commission. She's a physical type character, following the path of harmony.
Ah, I remember that face. I saw her on the Return to Darkness light cone.
Correctamundo. Rumor has it, she's one of two sisters dedicated to the work of the Ten Lords. She's responsible for predicting karmic offenses and recording corresponding judgments. Or to be more precise, Hanya reads the karmic sins of criminals and uses her oracle brush to record their punishments. She's good at her job and takes it super seriously. In the Ten Lords Commission, her reputation precedes her.
sounds like a 10-lord celebrity!
She's put in the hours, that's for sure. In order to determine their sins, Hanya reads the memories of the Mara struck in the form of dreams.
Cool. Sounds like our ghost hunting squad just found its guiding light. No offense, Hua Hua, but those sound like credentials.
Hey, enough with the hua bullying. But speaking of credentials, it's time to see what Hanya can do on the battlefield. During her basic attack, Hanya uses her Oracle Brush to assault the enemy, dealing physical damage to a single target.
She really lives by the pen is mightier than the sword, huh? I'll get my coat.
In addition to dealing physical damage to a single target, Hanya's skill, Samsara Lot, can inflict them with a burdened state.
Ooh, is that Hanya's way of marking enemies prior to sentencing?
Pretty much. Allies inflict increased damage on enemies marked with burden. And if that wasn't enough, after an ally launches a set amount of attacks on an enemy marked with burden, they recover a skill point.
When the going gets tough, Hanya's got your buff.
Hanya's ultimate, Ten Lord's Decree, all shall obey, can increase speed and attack for a single ally. When Hanya uses her technique during exploration, she immediately launches an attack and inflicts burden on a random enemy.
When the enemy won't budge, call in the judge.
All that aside, in version 1.5, the new Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Perdition, will appear within the Fixtural Garden map on the Cienjo Lafu. Complete the challenge to obtain new physical ascension materials. Within the same map, we'll also be welcoming Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Darkness. Complete the challenge to obtain 2 brand new cavern relics, Prisoner in Deep Confinement and Grand Duke Incinerated to Ashes. Woo! Well, that just about brings us to the final sections of our Haunted Cienjo special program.
Huh? Already? This program isn't nearly haunted enough for my liking. Where are all the ghost stories? You know, beautiful Foxian spirits knocking on your door at midnight? That kind of thing.
I think you're thinking of a different program.
Moving swiftly on to some exciting updates. Thanks again for watching, y'all, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the following commercials. Hey, you there! Sick and tired of the daily grind? Had enough of running errands? Do you long for rapturous applause and cheering voices? How about increased self-confidence and a sense of pride? Then do we have an opportunity for you? The Boulder Town Martial Exhibition is now open for registration. Put yourself to the test by challenging the best. This event will once again be hosted by Scott Business Alliance. Scott Business Alliance, made for the champions. In order to bring our audience a brand new experience, this event will be adopting a simultaneous exhibition format. Use your fists to prove your worth. Enter I Am the Ultimate Fighter to register your name. Could you be Boulder Town's new fighting star? A stellar Shadow Seeker recruitment announcement. March 7th, member of the Nameless has put out a cordial invitation for anyone able to restore her photographs to the way she remembers them. The images in question were inexplicably damaged. I lost all kinds of cool pictures. Beautiful scenery, strange encounters, you name it. There's a big reward for anyone that can help me restore the images. Actions speak louder than words. Miss March's memories are in your hands. Madame Herda of the Genius Society is about to launch unlimited beta testing for the newly developed Simulated Universe World 8. Participants will have their costs covered and progress saved for future iterations. In order to participate in this offline confidential beta test, please head to the most mysterious place in the universe, Herda's office. Test participants will be rewarded with a brand new Pentaconi Land of the Dreams and Firmament Frontline Glamoth Planar Ornaments. What are you waiting for? Get testing! Good news! The Planar Fisher and Garden of Plenty events are about to begin. It's the version you know and love. Let the computer do the hard work for 3 minutes and get your hands on double rewards together with Argenti. One must explore the essence of beauty to appreciate the depth of chivalry. Yes, it is I, your beloved avian servant. Welcome to Interastral Peace Media's second special program, Legend of Cosmic Beauty. In today's program, we will be introducing a new friend of the universe.
Yo, how's my favorite audience doing? Great to see you. We've hardly been gone, and Albert here's already had another wardrobe change.
Perhaps you didn't get the memo, but we're about to be discussing a night of impeccable elegance. It's time to get fancy. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce a member of the Knights of Beauty, Argenti! Argenti is a physical type character following the path of erudition. As a devoted admirer of Adrilla the Beauty, Argenti spends his life roaming the universe and extolling their name.
Ah, so the simulated universe occurrences Curio, Robe of the Beauty, and Knights of Beauty to the rescue. They're obviously related to the Knights, right? Running into the Knights of Beauty while testing the simulated universe is always a blessing. Those guys are a lifeline in a tight spot. Especially when I can't get enough path resonance.
Treating people with courtesy, helping others as a matter of principle, and offering sincere praise to all things in the universe. Such is the code of conduct that Argenti lives by. In the simulated universe, not every helping hand is benevolent, but those provided by the Knights are beyond question. May the names of Argenti and the Beauty be blessed for all eternity.
Speaking of which, Albert, what was that Planar Fissure and Garden of Plenty commercial all about?
Well, Argenti magnanimously answered our call and agreed to appear in our commercial as a corporate ambassador. Oh, and I nearly forgot our end of the bargain. The IPM acknowledges that Adrilla the Beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Albert, what did you get yourself into now?
No need to worry. Just a little two-way back scratching.
Okay. Kinda TMI. But I still don't really understand the concept of the beauty.
Allow me to explain. Adrilla's beauty permeates everything. Take Argenti, for example. From his daily armor cleaning routine to his constant grace, all of it stems from his pursuit of the beauty. Elegance is Argenti's middle name and even manifests itself in his combat. Argenti's basic attack, Fleeting Fragrance, can deal physical damage to a single target. His skill, Justice Hereby Blooms, can deal physical damage to all enemies.
Nice! Man, I wish I looked that elegant in combat.
Argenti's ultimate is pretty unique, triggering different effects depending on the amount of energy consumed. Such is the manifold beauty of Adrilla. When consuming a small amount of energy, Argenti's ultimate, for in this garden supreme beauty bestows, can deal damage to all enemies. When consuming all energy, Argenti's ultimate becomes Merit Bestowed in My Garden, which deals greater damage. It also inflicts additional damage on a random target.
Huh? Wait, so you can choose how much energy to release?
That's not all. Argenti's talent, Sublime Object, can allow Argenti to regenerate additional energy and obtain a stack of self-cultivation. Self-cultivation can increase Argenti's crit rate.
Oh, so the more self-cultivation, the fiercer his attacks. Or, to put it another way, Argenti needs to attack as many enemies as possible. The greater the number of enemies, the faster his energy regeneration, and the stronger his combat.
Exactly! Stronger combat, faster energy regeneration, more enemies to attack.
Argenti giving erudition vibes. I'm here for it.
Argenti's technique, Manifesto of Purest Virtue, can daze enemies within a set range. Dazed enemies are unable to launch attacks. Attacking a dazed enemy to enter combat not only deals damage to all enemies, but also regenerates Argenti's energy.
Woo! Argenti is kinda handsome. I'm feeling a little dazed myself.
They say looks can kill. That's true. That Argenti fans are in for a fatal surprise in version 1.5. In Night of Universal Hallucinations, Trailblazers will encounter Argenti en route to a Washtopia.
Wait a second. A wash a what now? I shower every day.
Slow down there, Trailblazer. Have you never asked yourself how the Astral Express stays so clean and shiny?
Because Pom-Pom's always cleaning up after us?
It's because the train stops at Washtopias along its journey. Washtopias specialize in cleaning interstellar craft. There are all kinds of fast-acting, lemon-scented, antibacterial... We're getting off topic! All you need to know is that the encounter with Argenti is one of excitement and wonder. And a little bird tells me he's set for a showdown with the entire crew.
I don't get it. Why are we always either in a fight or on the way to one?
A fight, you say? Far too poor a term. What you meant to say was a chivalrous display of gentlemanly fortitude. Anyway, Argenti only challenges those who he deeply respects.
Ah, you mean that the illustrious galactic baseballer's reputation doth precede one?
Sure. Anyway, with the driller's blessing, let's move straight on to the version 1.5 warp events.
Finally!
First off, during the first phase of version 1.5 in the character event warp, Bloom and Gloom, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Wah-Wah.
Yours, my favorite scaredy cat trainee judge!
During the second phase of version 1.5, we'll be welcoming 2 character event warps. In Thorns of Scented Crown, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Argenti.
Ah, our knight in shining armor!
Meanwhile, in Contract Zero, the familiar face of Silver Wolf will be joining the warp. Not to mention the 4-star character Hanya, who will be appearing in both the aforementioned second phase character event warps.
Ah, long time no see, Silverwolf. I wonder if her game accounts are doing any better.
You want to ask her the next time you see her?
You first.
Now, it's time to take a look at version 1.5's light cones. In the first phase of version 1.5, the drop rate for the 5-star light cone, Night of Fright, will be boosted. While in the second phase of version 1.5, the 5-star light cone, an instance before gaze, will enter the light cone event warp. At the same time, the drop rate for the 5-star light cone, Incessant Rain, will be boosted.
All aboard!
The train is about to make the jump, and here's some other cool stuff. Starting from 1.5 within the team selection and character ascension screens, every character will have brand new voice lines.
This is a different kind of arena.
Promoted again? Is that good or bad?
Ah, is that Huohuo's ascension line? Ah, so cute! Wait, if a character's already fully ascended, can we still hear their line?
We got you covered. All audio lines get saved in the index. You can listen back at any time. Here's something else. In version 1.5, we'll also be seeing a guest book feature update. If Trailblazers are ever curious to check which friends have visited the Express, the guest book has a record and message from each visit.
Such a neat idea!
Additionally, the Forgotten Hall will also be receiving updates in 1.5. First up, in Forgotten Hall Combat, Trailblazers can now choose to re-challenge.
Re-challenge?
It's like this. If things aren't going too smooth when challenging a certain stage, Trailblazers can choose to return to the Forgotten Hall map and restart the challenge. When re-challenging, previously used technique points are replenished. A chance to replan your maze technique strategy, perhaps. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, stopping and restarting a challenge in the second half of a stage doesn't mean you have to redo the first half.
Whew, that is a relief.
And when entering the Forgotten Hall, your combat lineup for each stage is now remembered, regardless of whether you met with victory or defeat. Your previous lineup will be waiting for you on the preparation screen. No need for manual selection.
Now that's my kind of update.
Can't wait for Trailblazers to give it all a spin. The Forgotten Hall is an important system within the game. Updates will continue to be rolled out, so stay tuned for future versions. Well, looks like it's time for our final redemption code. See you on the other side, Trailblazers.
Hey folks, I'm back.
Me too.
Me three! Good to see you again, Trailblazers. You're just in time to help us wrap up version 1.5 special program.
Aw, is it that time already? I was just getting started.
Be my guest, Trailblazer. This owl is ready to flap.
Aren't you forgetting something, Albert? I'm pretty sure you didn't mention the thing.
Thing? What thing?
That thing? Winky winky.
Gift of Odyssey! How could I forget? In version 1.5, Trailblazers can get their hands on 10 warps through the check-in event.
There it is.
Heck yeah!
Gotta love a check-in event. And that's not the only thing to love in version 1.5. Anything in today's IPM programs tickle your fancy, guys?
You had me at Ghost Hunting Squad. I am so ready for a spooky stream.
Sign me up! As for me, it was all about those unique characters. Huohuo's tale backstory, Hanya's 10 Lords expertise, and Argenti's mysterious search for the beauty. Can't wait to see them in person.
Couldn't have put it better myself. And with that, Trailblazers, I bid you a peaceful onward journey. Thank you for supporting the IBM. See you in the next one.
See ya.
Trailblaze you later!
My dear citizen, will of a god remains opaque to the understanding of mere mortals. So too is truth unmoved by even the strongest of wills. I will now speak to the defendant. If you honor the values of truth, justice, and divinity, then you are compelled to provide an accurate account of your actions. Hey, that's not bad. Now what's next? It's so hard to predict how people are going to react. What should I say during the trial tomorrow?
Lady Farina, what are you doing?
Oh, Nervillette! As the god of justice, it is only expected that I should remain informed of every trial and make the necessary preparations. Is there something that you needed? If you wish to seek an audience with me, then please make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevalmeron in advance.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de l'Alice Cardinal, the Hydro Archon to be punished via the death sentence.
You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea.
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful?
What's done is done. Just trust in me, your Archon. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. The show begins! Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in song! What's the news? Say cheese! Breaking news!
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
The prophecy. Yes. What has been prophesied will be fulfilled. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning
Do
of
not resist.
justice!
This judgment is fair and just.
What is the meaning you would call
You have
this
never been as
justice?
superficial as you have presented yourself to be.
No more excuses!
Then why should we acknowledge it?
Fusolo, why did you deceive us?
Applaud and rejoice!
We're just a moment. This isn't right!
The trial of the Hydro Archon,
Seem to remember.
Fusolo, will now
This
begin!
trial is... I now understand the true purpose behind this position. You are a devious one, Fusalo.
Everyone's dead. Papa, what should I do?
The prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. All will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial. Farewell, Nervillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Hey, travelers! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 4.2 special program. Woo! Yay! I'm Sarah Miller Cruz, the voice of the female traveler Lumine, and I'm joined today by two guests to bring you the latest news for the upcoming version. Okay, why don't you introduce yourselves?
All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll start. Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Connors, the voice of Farina, and I am super excited to be on this special program today. Travelers already met the Hydro Archon at the start of their journey in Fontaine. And as the story continues, how will this special god avert the crisis foretold in the prophecy? I hope everyone's excited to see what happens next.
I mean, I sure am. I'm at the edge of my seat. My name is Ray Chase, and I'm the voice of Neuvillette, the dragon sovereign of water and Eudex of Fontaine. I'm sure many of you already consider Neuvillette a very trustworthy partner, and I hope you look forward to seeing more of him in version 4.2.
Yes, for sure. Totally.
Yep.
Okay, so next, let's dive into the major content that we have coming in version 4.2. In the intro, Farina said we need to make an appointment with Surintendant Cheval Moran. So, she's really busy as Fontaine's Archon, and she's a pretty big celebrity at the Opera House. So, the special program team gave me an itinerary to follow, and it appears to show all of Farina's recent plans.
Farina's recent plans, let me guess. She's going to be going to trial, and then another trial, and then another.
Actually, that sounds about right.
Okay, the itinerary seems pretty packed, so let's take a look at the first item. Oh, looks like Ray called it.
Wow. Yeah.
There is nothing more important to Farina than attending trials at the Opera House.
But this trial is a little different from the usual.
Ooh, interesting.
I know. I keep looking at the water rushing in. I'm like, what's happening?
Yes, it looks like there's some spotlights and it's like a curtain.
Seems like, maybe also Neuvillette is keeping an eye on things from behind the scenes, maybe?
Very serious.
He's always keeping an eye on stuff and always just a little bit disappointed.
Fair.
Okay, in version 4.2, travelers will get to experience Act 5 of the Fontaine Archon quest, Masquerade of the Guilty. We'll team up with Fontainian friends to delve deeper into the hurricane of events and face the impending destruction foretold by the prophecy. Travelers will gradually unveil new facts behind this crisis and encounter an evil that has been lurking in the swirling depths.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh, swirling depths. Very spoopy. Right, so, the prophecy in Fontaine is on the brink of coming true. And this is possibly the greatest crisis we've faced in our journey through Teyvat.
Definitely. In version 4.1, we learned about this precarious situation involving the rising primordial seawater. Neuvillette barely arrived in time to hold back the seawater from engulfing the fortress of Meripede, but still, the water has reached Poisson.
Luckily, the crisis was averted by Navia's leadership of the Spina de Rosula. Though, we probably can't dismiss the assistance provided by the Knave either. Whatever her end goal may be, it seems like she sincerely wants to save Fontaine from the prophecy. But there's only so much that we can say. Travelers will have to go and play through the version themselves to discover the clues, adventures, and stories to come.
Yes, exactly. So be sure to play through, uncover hidden truths, and witness this epic chapter of Fontaine's history for yourself when Act 5 of the Archon quest becomes available.
Sounds good.
So exciting!
Right?
Hey, question. Have we forgotten a pretty important character who's been missing from the Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You mean Child?
Yeah. Where's Child?
We searched all over the fortress for him.
Yep. I guess we'll just have to live with the suspense for a little longer. Not ideal, but it's fine.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But we saw Child appear at the end of the last version's Archon quest, so it probably won't be long until we see him again.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But we really need to talk about Farina.
What?
She's confronted
Why?
with a because she's confronted with a crisis that's tough for even one of the great elemental dragons. Of course, Fontaine will have the travelers' help, but what choices will our Hydro Archon make in the face of the crisis?
Well, just like the prophecy itself, all will be revealed at the fated time. But knowing Farina, perhaps she'll have made some preparations.
Once again, disappointed.
Oh,
Yeah.
No way.
Come on, guys, have some faith.
Okay, to bolster everyone's confidence in Farina, let's learn a little more about this one-of-a-kind Archon.
Why are you just standing there with your mouth gaping? You must be stunned and at a loss for words. Understandable. It is I, after all, Fontaine's most beloved star, Farina. I'm on a very tight schedule, so you're lucky to even get an appointment with me.
Oh my gosh, I love her outfit.
Yes. Oh, and her eyes, like each of them are different. She's got these little eyelashes and her hat.
Oh,
You know,
it's amazing.
you'd expect for a Hydro Archon that she'd have the best drip.
Oh.
Yes. Ooh.
Okay, you know what? It seems as if she's always dressed like she's about to attend a performance. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's Fontaine's biggest celebrity for you. And speaking of drip, let's take a look at her combat abilities.
Yay!
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive!
Whoa, that is
Wow.
so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I like the way she kind of like bows.
Very dramatic.
Yes!
Very much. It's like all of her moves are part of a performance.
Yes.
Totally. Also, look at her elemental burst. Her presence really fills the stage. Everyone else is just an extra. Wait, so the creatures that Farina summons, they look a lot like the Fontimer aberrants that we've encountered before. There's a seahorse, a crab, an octopus, and they are all so cute.
Yep.
Oh, I love them.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, no, the octopus is even wearing a hat! What a distinguished little gentleman!
Correction here, Sarah. They're a bit different from Fontimer aberrants. I
Okay.
would know. To my knowledge, these creatures are Farina's, quote, honored guests. They even help manage her daily affairs.
Yes, exactly. So, Farina often invites guests to her tea party, which is known as the Salon Solitaire. And those creatures are actually special guests of the Salon Solitaire.
Aww.
And she even gave each member a name.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So you've got the maid, Mademoiselle Crabaletta. They're the best.
The crab, the one that's a crab, I assume.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay.
Yes. And then you've got the housekeeper, Sir Intendant Chevalmeron.
Ah, there he is.
And the conferencier, Gentilhomme Usher.
Oh.
And that last one is a stickler for propriety.
Oh, okay. So when Farina said to make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevalmeron, this is who she was referring to?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't know it was so cute.
Exactly. Farina even makes him spew bubbles in her idol animation.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Okay, I'm sure everyone is just itching to know more about the skills shown in that clip. So, Amber, why don't you take it away? Tell us everything.
Yes, you got it.
Yay!
So, Farina is a Hydro Sword user.
Okay.
She usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment in combat. When in this state, her elemental skill invites the 3 members of the Salon Solitaire, Mademoiselle Crabaletta, Sir Intendant Chevalmeron, and Gentilhomme Usher to the stage.
I love it.
It's so cute. And, these salon members will attack nearby opponents, prioritizing the target of the active character.
Ooh.
Their damage increases the more characters there are in the party over a certain HP amount.
Okay, I was listening to all that, but at the very top, you said that she usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment. So she has more than one alignment?
Yes, exactly. Farina's charged attack not only deals physical damage, but also allows her to switch between Usia and Numa Arca alignments.
Whoa.
Wow. Based on what we just saw, it seems like her Arca alignment has an effect on her other skills as well.
Yes, sure does. Farina's elemental skill changes depending on whether she is aligned with Usia or Numa.
That's cool.
It's super cool. After Farina uses her charged attack to switch to a Numa Arca alignment, her elemental skill summons the Singer of Many Waters to provide healing to nearby party members.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The summons created by Farina's elemental skill will remain on the field for a period of time even after Farina is switched out. Farina's elemental burst deals damage to surrounding opponents. And when the party member's HP increases or decreases, Farina will accumulate fanfare points. That's my trumpet.
Amazing.
So Farina increases the damage and the incoming healing bonus of nearby party members based on the amount of fanfare she has.
Wow, it seems like this fighting style really suits Farina's character. It's very showy and unpredictable.
Totally. I can already see the fluctuations in my team's HP bar. That healing skill might come in handy.
Yeah, for real. And due to her knowledge of Deepwater Aberrants, Farina's passive talent can decrease the cooldown on abilities gained from the Xenochromatic Fontamer Aberrants.
Ooh.
Wow, you can say that again.
Yeah, and that'll make it even easier to uncover the secrets lurking in the depths.
Always the secrets lurking in the depths.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Whenever one of Farina's summons is on the field, Farina gains the ability to walk on water.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that is so cool.
Yes.
Hey, I actually saw that Farina's outfit changes whenever she switches between Arca alignments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good eye. You're correct.
you.
It does change. But, such is the charm of a celebrity, I suppose. Yes, so if you want to learn more about Farina, then be sure to accompany her on her story quest, the Animula Kuraji chapter.
Ah, amazing. Okay, so next up we have another old friend to introduce. She's now able to join the traveler's party with her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite. That's right. It's Charlotte! Yay!
Adorable.
So cute.
We've known Charlotte for a while now. The traveler met her during the Summoner Summit event, which took them on an adventure all over Teyvat.
Yes, that's right. Charlotte's hard-hitting spirit and determination to uncover the truth really leave an impression, don't they?
Yeah.
That's right. During our journey in Fontaine, didn't she treat the traveler to a magnificent meal in order to get a scoop about Wriothesley? Though she didn't end up getting the interview that she wanted in the end, huh? But I don't think that will deter her. She'll always be in search of the truth. The world is her treasure chest, and only her camera can determine its contents and the truths they contain. Speaking of her camera, Monsieur Verite just so happens to be her greatest assistant and companion. They're friends. Charlotte's talent for photography is truly a marvel. No matter the subject or setting, her photos somehow always capture an unparalleled sense of artistry. The peerless Monsieur Verite turns her photos into eye-catching mementos. In fact, many Fontainians even cut the prints out of the newspaper and keep them as clippings.
Oh, that's so cool. And Monsieur Verite is so cute, even has his own little hat and tie.
I know! Charlotte actually commissioned both of those items from Chiori. She even commissioned Monsieur Verite's accessories in several different styles to match different interview settings. Isn't that cute?
Wow, that is pretty thoughtful. I suppose that just shows how much Charlotte cherishes her own Monsieur Verite.
Yes, it really does. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Charlotte's character showcase, shall we?
Ooh, let's do it.
If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered. Say cheese! Breaking news!
Whoa.
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah, she's really like moving around.
Yes! Honestly, it's just what you'd expect of a reporter for the Steambird. Even her combat skills involve taking photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and
makes
then, like,
sense.
what a lively character. Her combat moves, like I was saying, she's moving around. They're super dynamic. It seems like
Yes.
she's always on the move.
News on the march. Exactly. Charlotte is an expert at applying the skills and talents that she's developed as a reporter to other areas of her life, and that includes combat. With her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite, she captures enemies from all angles, unleashing attacks while discovering and exposing their weaknesses.
Yes.
Honestly, I would expect nothing less from one of Fontaine's most famous reporters. Who knew cameras could do that, though? I didn't know you could use them as a weapon.
Same.
The more you know, I guess.
Okay, here's some cool stuff. Charlotte's elemental skill applies snappy silhouette to opponents caught within the viewfinder of her camera. During this effect's duration, marked opponents will intermittently take damage.
Whoa.
Holding Charlotte's elemental skill strengthens these effects and applies focused impression to opponents instead. Now her elemental burst creates a news flash field that continuously restores HP to party members within its range. Monsieur Verite, he's also going to join in and intermittently attack opponents during the duration of the ability. As an experienced reporter, Charlotte is an expert at adapting her methods to match the needs of her target. When paired with Fontaine characters, Charlotte receives a healing bonus. When paired with non-Fontaine characters, she receives a cryo damage bonus. Now that is not all, there is more. During the 4.2 special event, travelers can complete a quest to receive a special gadget called the Zoom Lens. When Charlotte activates the Zoom Lens, it will trigger her passive talent called First Person Shutter.
Oh my gosh, that's
When you
amazing.
hold her elemental skill, the gadget will cause you to enter photo mode instead.
That is so cool.
Yep.
That is super rad, and you know, I have a feeling some super cool pictures are gonna come out of that.
Oh yeah.
We are going to provide more information about the Zoom Lens and how to use it during the event overview portion.
So, Farina and Charlotte will both be featured in version 4.2 Event Wishes.
Ooh.
In the first half of version 4.2, we'll have Event Wishes showcasing Farina and Baiju. During this time, Charlotte will also receive a huge drop rate boost.
Huge boost.
Huge boost. A new 5-star sword, Splendor of Tranquil Waters, will be featured in the weapon event banner.
Huge sword.
And in the second half of version 4.2, we'll have reruns for Sino and Ayato.
Okay, let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Farina's itinerary. It looks like she's investigating something.
Ooh.
Oh, there's even a report attached.
Tell us what it says.
Okay, I will. It says, strange rumblings have been heard in the depths of Fontaine's waters. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's here already?
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh.
Well, well, well. It looks like it's in a sea of pink and blue stars. That's so pretty.
Oh, I remember this well. I recognize this well.
Wait, yeah. Isn't this the whale that the traveler saw in Child's vision at the end of the version 4.1 Archon quest?
Yep, it's the same one. After ravaging its way through the primordial sea, this otherworldly creature has at long last broken the seal and descended upon Fontaine.
Ooh,
dear.
it's real big. It feels like it might even burst right through the screen.
Oh, I hope not. I get this feeling that this isn't the type of opponent that we can just brute force our way through, you know?
Exactly. In the first phase, it will use its gigantic size to target the traveler with massive AoE attacks from all directions. Dodging is definitely your friend with this one.
Oh boy. Okay. So there also seems to be sort of a progress bar next to the boss's HP bar.
Yeah.
What's that for?
Okay, since we can't outfight it, we'll have to outsmart it instead. The creature just freed itself from captivity and is brimming with anger. So if you can find a way to capitalize on that anger, perhaps you'll also find its weaknesses.
Oh, okay. Wait, is somebody being eaten? Is it even possible to survive something like that?
I guess here it is.
Ooh.
This is an entirely different space, it looks like. And there's a new enemy here with a massive sword. Oh, these summoned creatures also look vaguely familiar to me.
I wonder what the deal is with all of this. Perhaps defeating this mysterious enemy within this space will be the key to defeating the whale? Travelers will need to experiment for themselves.
Ooh, yeah. All truths will be revealed in version 4.2.
Well said. Oh man, this boss looks really, really tough. What happens if we, for some reason, can't defeat it?
Ooh.
Okay, this update actually helps with that problem. Starting from 4.2, an option will appear on the Challenge Failed screen to lower the difficulty of the boss if travelers are struggling to defeat them during a main quest. Hopefully, this provides a smoother gaming experience for travelers to enjoy.
Oh, I love that. Now we don't need to worry about getting stuck while trying to advance the main story.
Totally.
Hey, that was a lot of information, wasn't it? Can we take a short little break while we have a look at the second redemption code, maybe?
Yeah!
Ooh, yeah.
Let's do it! Hello, travelers! Welcome back to the version 4.2 special program.
Hello!
Hello, hello! Yay! So, we've introduced new characters, new plot lines, and a new boss. But I hope you're still eager for new content, travelers, because there's still more to come. Let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Furina's itinerary. Okay, aside from investigating crises, it seems like our Hydro Archon also goes on occasional excursions throughout Fontaine. Who knew she did all this work behind the scenes?
I certainly didn't.
Well, maybe she's just using it as an excuse to scout out a place for one of her tea parties.
Oh.
Farina and excuses. Typical. Hey, it seems like the places Farina has chosen to visit this time feature some peculiar landscapes.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Farina is in Aranea's forest on the east side of Fontaine. And that's right behind the Opera House.
What a cool place! Although, it does kind of look like it could be hiding some secrets.
Definitely. Wouldn't be a video game if there weren't secrets.
Oh,
Things
yeah.
are definitely not what they seem here. For example, strange things have been happening with the water veins around Loch Urania. As you can see, a strong windstorm has gathered around the vortex rising from the middle of the lake. It's almost like it's preventing certain things from getting closer and forcibly pushing other things away. And take a look at this, the foggy forest path.
That fog is really thick.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the foggy forest path. And what about this area? The weeping willow of the lake.
Ooh, it looks all withered and
And the water doesn't look quite right. Like it's cloudy or something. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Exactly. It seems like Farina also realized something was off. It looks like she headed underwater to investigate. And what did she find? A number of contaminated bacterial mats.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of, there are always new things to discover beneath Fontaine's waters. In this update, we'll encounter a new type of Fontamer aberrant, the xenochromatic ball octopus.
Ooh.
Travelers can borrow its abilities to cleanse away the contamination clots and contamination cores from the bacterial mats. Pretty cool. In addition, with the help of a special device, travelers will be able to use this creature's abilities on the surface as well. They may be the key to solving certain puzzles or perhaps even powering certain objects. But we'll leave that for you to discover.
Ooh.
To learn more about the story behind the new Araneus Forest region, be sure to check out the version 4.2 world quest called The Wild Fairy of Araneus. I'll give you a hint. Melazines are involved.
What? Melazines? Really?
Melazines.
Oh, then it would certainly be a world quest that you won't want to skip.
To the south of Araneus Forest, you'll find the Mort region. There, a singular tower stands tall above an island in the middle of the sea. Perhaps it's also guarding some unspeakable secrets.
Ooh. Actually, it looks like that's the very next stop on Farina's itinerary, so let's go check it out. Okay, I bet a bunch of travelers noticed this tower since they've arrived in Fontaine. I'm so excited that we finally get to check it out.
Yes, same. In version 4.2, the sealed ruin tower is the focus of a quest series called Search in the Algae Sea. I know. And after unlocking 4 seals along its perimeter, the tower and its long buried secrets will be unveiled to us.
Oh, amazing! Okay, it would feel great to finally demystify all the secrets churning under the seemingly calm waters.
Yes, I want answers. I also
Same.
we all want answers. I also heard this quest has something to do with the primordial sea. It seems like there's a very important and very ancient story behind it all.
That is very right. New stories are always unfolding in Fontaine, whether above water or below. And this is not limited to the 2 new regions in this update. The prophesied earthquake woke up new life forms in other places where destinies intersect.
Whoa, destinies!
Destinies! In certain underwater cave, a new life form is waking up. It has greater and more diverse powers of transformation while in combat. So don't let your guard down, travelers.
Yes. And some places still seem to tell the stories of events long past, no matter how long they've been abandoned. So in this update, travelers can also look forward to the climax of the Narcissan Croix's adventure questline that was introduced over the last 2 versions. And there might even be an unexpected surprise waiting at the end.
What? A surprise! I can't wait to see what it is.
Same.
All right, there's a lot to discover in the new areas of the map, but Farina's itinerary doesn't stop there. Oh wait, it looks like she's arranged to spend some time with her subjects.
Aw.
Farina is
Wow.
pretty personable. Who's to say? She might even make an appearance at the events taking place in Fontaine.
Speaking of, let's move on to the event portion.
Whoop, whoop. All right, the Fontaine Fishing Association has recently posted a commission to investigate the rumors of water imps near Araneus Island.
Ooh, another investigation.
I know.
Oh, and Fremine seems to be involved. That little clockwork penguin next to him must be one of his other companions. But it doesn't look like Pear.
Actually, its name is Thelxie. The name comes from a Fontainian fairy tale that describes a terrifying creature that lives underwater. Adults would use the story to keep children away from the shore. As the story goes, children who play by the water are food for Thelxie to devour.
Ooh,
Jeepers.
yeah, for real. Well, children must be pretty afraid of that creature.
I know, right? It does seem a little unusual for Fremine to give this little penguin a name like that. There must be some other reason.
Wait, hey, does this event also have something to do with this clockwork penguin?
Absolutely. In this event, we'll be helping Fremine make some improvements to this little clockwork penguin. There will be a total of 3 main stages to the event. As for the first stage, we'll repair the penguin by fixing its circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return, the little guy will help us out on our journey.
Oh, I love
Pretty cool.
that.
As our journey progresses, we'll collect colorful shells, corals, and other items which can be used to outfit our little friend with weapons and equipment. Which brings us to the second stage of the event, using an echoing conch to search underwater and find the items that we need for the penguin.
And, what happens if we run into certain speed bumps on our adventure? Like monsters, puzzles, and all that jazz.
Well, it seems like the perfect opportunity for our little penguin buddy to shine.
Exactly. In the third stage of the event, the clockwork penguin will help us defeat monsters lurking around a specific domain and obtain any treasures that they may be guarding. Of course, the clockwork penguin will provide different buffs in each battle to help travelers emerge victorious.
Whoa.
Now, as for the story behind these battles, travelers will just have to find out for themselves.
Let's see. After helping the penguin, the next item on the itinerary is... Oh, the cute little fungi are back!
Cool.
Hania, a friend we met in Sumeru, has arrived in Fontaine to promote Lil Fungi's Fantastic Fiesta.
Oh, and speaking of fun, guys, I think I recognize some familiar faces. Bongo Head, it's time to shine!
Yay! Travelers may notice some differences in this update's fungi event. Aside from taking place in Fontaine, the gameplay has also been optimized. Previously, we led the Lil Fungi in battle against Mechanici. This time, we'll have the opportunity to challenge a whole host of powerful monsters.
Awesome. Travelers will be able to command a variety of fungi, adjusting their movement to target different enemies. And don't forget to use marvelous gels to instruct the little fungi to unleash powerful skills.
Yeah! Travelers will hopefully enjoy playing with the fungi more than ever.
Here's hoping. I have a little note here to pass along from our developer friends. It's the note, someone folding. While they hope to make the little fungi and some other events permanent so travelers can play at any time, the team feels that the current design doesn't adequately sustain long-term gameplay. So, they're going to continue iterating, optimizing, and improving this event while also working hard to develop interesting content that is relevant to the overall game. Thanks, devs.
Thanks!
All right. Okay, let's take a look at what else Farina's itinerary has in store. Oh, it's the Graph Adversarial Technology Experiment Log. I'm more than ready to fight some adversaries. Let me at 'em!
I wish I could, but it doesn't actually involve fighting. A researcher obsessed with graph adversarial technology has made great contributions to the study of counter-criminal image recognition. She believes that her research can help her achieve great success. But her scholarly responsibilities make it difficult for her to collect the field samples that she needs.
I'm guessing this is where the Traveler comes in.
Okay, you're not wrong. But Pauline's request is actually pretty reasonable. To receive rewards, simply submit photographs of 5 different sample types that match the characteristic that's given on each day.
Sounds simple enough.
You can also exchange these samples with your friends. You might be able to find useful references for the samples that you need to collect in the Adventure Archive. At the end of the quest, travelers will receive a special gift from Pauline.
Ooh!
That's right! It's the zoom lens we mentioned during Charlotte's character introduction.
Oh, how fun!
To use it, just equip the camera and activate the zoom lens in your inventory. The zoom lens can be attached to all cameras obtained in the game up to this point. When equipped with other characters, the zoom lens won't be able to be used in combat, but if you switch to Charlotte and hold her elemental skill, you'll be able to snap pics with zoom lens even while fighting.
Whoa.
You can even use it in domains.
Ooh!
Double whoa. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And I bet travelers will be able to capture some amazing moments in co-op mode too.
And even if you miss the chance to participate in the event, there's no need to worry. Travelers will still be able to obtain the zoom lens after the event ends.
Sweet. It seems like Farina has also learned of the existence of a domain shrouded in mist. Travelers who master the leyline features and put together the strongest party will be able to easily beat their opponents.
Now, less experienced travelers like myself don't need to worry either. Using trial characters and taking advantage of the buffs brought about by the leyline are also great ways to come out on top.
That's right. And travelers who are more confident in their combat skills can choose to jump straight to the final challenge. Also, the Leyline Overflow event will return at the end of version 4.2. Now might be the perfect time to start building your parties. Hopefully, you're all excited for the fabulous events that version 4.2 has in store, but there are still more surprises to share.
Yay!
Let's get into them.
Well, before we get into them, let's take a quick break to have a look at the final redemption code for today. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Welcome back, travelers! Okay, I just took a look at Lady Farina's itinerary, and it seems we've actually reached the end.
Aw, I know.
So we've submitted our appointment request to Surintendant Cheval Moran. While we're waiting to hear back, let's see what system optimizations we have for the upcoming version. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first up is the Quick Challenge feature for weekly bosses. New players or players who prefer to spend their time exploring may have yet to unlock certain weekly bosses, and it's difficult to raise new characters when you can't access the boss drops needed to ascend a certain character.
Totally.
True.
In version 4.2, travelers who are at adventure rank 40 or above will have the option to quick challenge a weekly boss by navigating to the Trounce Domain section of the Adventure Handbook. All weekly bosses will be available to challenge, except Storm Terror and the Wolf of the North.
Nice. Yeah, now we don't have to wait to advance the story before we can level up a new character's talents and skills.
Exactly. Also, we're introducing an update to Genius Invocation TCG. In version 4.2, 3 new character cards and 5 new action cards will be added. There will also be an Accelerate Duel feature, which will provide a smoother gaming experience. Pretty cool stuff. After the version 4.2 update, deck sharing codes will also be available. Use them to show off your strongest deck or take inspiration from other travelers.
That's cool.
That's awesome. And, since the number of card combinations just keeps increasing, the number of decks a player can save has been increased from 10 to 20.
Doubled.
Double! And in addition, both the maximum number of starting slots and the number of slots unlocked at each player level upgrade have been increased from 2 to 4.
Doubled again.
Double!
Double again!
The developers have also made a number of optimizations to the Genius Invocation TCG interface.
Heated Battle Mode and the Forge Realms Temper Endless Swarm will also return in version 4.2.
Ooh, and in addition to the updates made to Genius Invocation TCG, returning travelers will enjoy ample login rewards and exploration guidance courtesy of the Genshin Impact Project team. May those returning to Devat have a happy reunion.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah. Plus, a new story key privilege has also been added so that returning travelers can enjoy new story quests and hangout events.
Amazing! Red notification dots have also been optimized. Notifications that have already been cleared will no longer reappear when logging in on a different platform.
Yo.
Quest optimizations will also be available in version 4.2. The first one pertains to unlocking story quests. Travelers will now get to choose whether to accept a story quest after unlocking it.
Whoa, nice. And hopefully, travelers won't be overwhelmed by a sudden influx of quests anymore.
The update has also made notifications about prerequisite quests even clearer, making it easier for players to proceed to certain content.
That's awesome.
Okay, great. Oh, and it seems like that's all we have for the latest version update. I guess that means it's time for the 4.2 special program to come to a close.
Oh,
I know.
Well, there's so much exciting stuff happening, and I know personally, aside from all the intrigue around the story and characters, I'm personally very jazzed for the Fun Guy event.
Yes, how can you not be? They keep on adding so much cool stuff to this game. For me, I love the idea of the combat camera, but for me and Monsieur Novelette, we are here for the Melusines.
Well, this has been so much fun with both of you. I'm really grateful we could all be here today together. And honestly, I'm just really glad that we're going to get to see how all these mysteries unfold. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll have a nice ending in 4.2. We'll have to see. But that's it for the version 4.2 special program. Thank you so much, everybody, and see you all in game.
Bye.
Toodaloo.